My name is Aiden. I'm a film school graduate, occasional metal fan, and I have my own channel. I'm here to talk to you about a YouTuber who's gained a lot of traction in the metal scene lately. His name is Mad Mike. At the moment of writing this, he has a small but respectable following in the metal YouTube community, mostly thanks to much better channels sharing his work for whatever reason, probably because he's a kiss-ass. He's garnered a reputation as a talented writer and editor who uses this incredible talent to make either shitposts, reviews, or totally unbiased video essays where he gives the most surface-level takes. In case I haven't given it away, I want to say, as a film graduate, a metal fan, and a YouTuber, I am not impressed with his work. Now, I know I should let this go. I should focus on my own work and just live and let live, but his success bothers me. His videos bother me. His style, his demeanor, and ultimately everything about him bothers me. He should not be on YouTube, and he doesn't deserve success. And with this video, I am going to explain to you, in great detail, why Mad Mike. There are many reasons why he's the worst creator on this platform, but I'm gonna stick with just 4. He is bad for YouTube, he is bad for metal, he is not funny, and he is an asshole. Let's talk about number 1 for a bit here. Why is he bad for YouTube? Because he is an absolute clout chaser. Everything he does is for views. Why else would he make a video talking about one of the most acclaimed death metal albums of all time? Why else would he upload 8 videos about Metallica? Why else would he make these garbage contrarian videos that take down so-called elitists and gatekeepers when he himself is an elitist and a gatekeeper? We'll talk about that a bit later. And finally, why else would he make videos that he knows makes bigger YouTubers like Metal Meltdown or Metal Trances or Thralls of Metal laugh? Because he knows they'll share it. Because he knows they'll talk about it. You think he wants to make this nonsense? No. He only makes it because that gets him clout. And this is a problem, because while he makes videos that get all the attention, far superior and much more intelligent content, like my own, to be honest, gets criminally overlooked. Let's move on to the next reason. He is bad for metal. Jesus fucking Christ, this is the worst part. That jackass preaches about helping the metal scene grow and trying to reach non-metal heads with his work, when he is the very problem that is keeping this scene from growing. He does not take metal seriously. Just look at these fucking discography videos. It's all a joke to him. None of them feature any breakdown, any actual opinions, or any actual mature discussion whatsoever. It's just a bunch of jokes about the album titles, the covers, and the song titles.
Oh yeah, this is their exact recreation of Rammstein's Mutter, which funny enough came out the same year, featuring their great covers of Mutter, Sona, Ich Will, and Mein Lungs Burnt. Great fucking cover album. This one is a 4 out of 20 out of
And this video in particular that trashes Ginger fans. Oh yeah, you're totally going to help the scene grow by trashing the most popular metalcore band in the world right now and calling all of their fans simps. That'll completely win all those fans over, and they'll totally listen to metalheads like you when you want to show them bands like Spirit World or The Lion's Daughter. Good job. He also made this straw man video essay arguing about how Metallica didn't sell out, using the most surface level and biased takes to argue his points, as if he was trying to convince himself. Oh yeah, arguing against a proven fact is totally gonna make metalheads look smart in the eyes of non-metalheads, and they're totally going to want to associate themselves with people like Mike after watching that video. He also talks about stuff everyone else has already talked about. I mean, do we really need another video that circle jerks Altars of Madness? Do we really need another Venom Prison review when it's already been established that they are one of the biggest acts in death metal right now? And do we really need another fucking podcast talking about the most normie metal albums that much better YouTubers already gave their opinion on? All this does is just flood the discourse with shitty pseudo-intellectual takes that don't need to exist. And it's not like they're his own takes anyways. He just goes off of what other people say. And when he doesn't go off what other people say, he just reverts back to making childish videos, pandering to the lowest common denominator with unfunny, nutshack level humor. And that brings me to the next point. He is not funny. His jokes are pure cringe. Just watch him read all these song titles from these masterful discography videos.
Featuring such classics as Raised by Wolves,
I am not a vampire.
R/Nice Guys, and I Brought Brass Knuckles to a Gunfight. Featuring such classics as Satan Loves Me, I Understand Serial Killer, Let Me Hate You. Is that an Ariana Grande cover? Songs like Roots of Evil, Funeral Mask, and Skeleton. These are the most original song titles I have ever seen. Featuring such classics as In Omnibus, Morbidus, September, Defecate.
Wow, what a comedic genius. Also, look at this obvious joke anyone could see coming a mile away in his Morbid Angel video.
You'll do nothing to stand out if you simply copy what your idols do.
Ha ha ha. A joke about Greta Van Fleet ripping off Led Zeppelin. I'm pissing myself laughing. You want to talk about low-hanging fruit? That's pretty much this triggering metal fan bases series in a nutshell. Every band that this guy roasts, again, obvious surface level garbage. Oh wow, another joke about Anthrax being the least popular band of the big four. And oh my god, look at this totally creative joke about John Schaefer being involved in the January 6th riot. I'm laughing so hard right now. This is the comedic genius you people jerk off about? Really? This guy's comedy is so surface level and unoriginal, and it's about as subtle as a train wreck. But none of that holds a candle to the final reason he sucks. He is an asshole. How do I know this for sure? I'll get into that later, but for right now, I want to reiterate a point I was trying to make earlier. The unoriginality. You look at all these comedic smash cuts that he does.
Why the fuck are you using a V instead of a Y? Alright, and that's my discography review for Pestilence. That riff is so fucking awesome. In fact, it's so good, I'm surprised that metal elitists don't give Mustaine credit for. And what about the solos?
Yeah, way to rip off Red Letter Media there.
Why are you doing this to us?
59 minutes.
You have to do it!
You know, if you stand back and look at this movie as a whole,
You know those triggering metal fan bases videos I was just talking about?
I've done videos triggering NFL fan bases, MLB fan bases, and NBA superstar fan bases, but I've yet to do a video triggering NBA fan bases until now. I have lots of venom saved up for
Yeah,
this one, so you
real original, Mike. And of course, look at all these butt rock NBA videos featuring the epic character of Jerry Mander.
Seance on Sunday. That talks about going to church and giving your thanks to Jesus for giving us Canada and America back. Dear Jesus, thank you very much for that fried chicken I had tonight, and thank you very much for my fucking 400-pound frame. I love you.
So funny. So original.
Hi, I'm Jerry Mander, and I'm running for Congress in the great state of Georgia. I believe in three things: God, country, and that a woman's rights end where a man's penis begins.
Way to plagiarize much better YouTubers, Mike. Now, none of this is surprising to me because he was exactly like this in college. Yeah, that's right. I know this Dick Stain personally. I could tell that this guy was a hack fraud the first day I met him. He made it seem like he was this generational talent in the film scene, but he was in fact a lazy, middle-of-the-road, miserable fucking douchebag who never saw production he couldn't ruin. He was a massive control freak. Not just a massive control freak, but also a power tripper. This son of a bitch tried to treat a film I wrote and directed as his own. Allow me to read an excerpt from some notes he gave me about the rough cut. So, I've been looking at what we have so far, as Andrew has been sending me everything he sends you. I like it overall, but I do have a few comments. Well, I feel like the music is too dominant in the story. I like the piece, but I feel like it's jarring, especially when the dialogue between them takes place. I feel like the music is driving the emotion instead of the characters, if that makes any sense. I also feel like it moves a hair too quickly. The music gives off an eerie atmosphere, which is good, but I feel the story needs time to breathe. I think it would fit the tone you're going for. I'm not trying to step on any toes or anything. It's your film and your vision, so you do it the way you seem fit. I'm just giving honest feedback. I'm looking forward to the final cut. As if I would ever ask notes from this empty-headed gorilla. Just the notion that he thinks he knows anything creative more than I do just makes my skin crawl. Thank you for telling me I can make my movie however I want after telling me what you don't like about it. Seriously, go fuck yourself, Mike. Oh, and thanks for making me spend 2 hours with you on that episode of my podcast. Asshole. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Maybe I should go back to a point I was trying to make more towards the start of this video. You know how this insult tries to pass himself off as an anti-elitist? Well, he is an elitist. I remember he absolutely despised metalcore, nu metal, deathcore, and any type of metal that remotely deviated from 80s thrash back in college. And I guarantee he still thinks the same way. But he pretends to like all this modern metal because it gets him clout. Nice work, Mikey. You fucking whore. Even though I didn't list it, I feel I also need to address one more final point before I conclude this video, and it's the most infuriating part of everything. It is the fact that he tries to play off this horrible behavior and this disgusting attitude with his fucking lame, self-deprecating humor. Oh, look at me. I'm Mad Mike. I'm self-aware. That means you can't criticize me. Ha 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 ha. He does this all the fucking time. Even in this very video, in which he wrote the script himself and got a close friend of his to perform it, to pass this shit off as real on April Fool's Day. Good job, Mike. So anyways, in conclusion, I need to tell you all of this. Stop watching Mad Mike. He is bad for YouTube. He is bad for metal. He is not funny, and he is an asshole. And I think the biggest reason you should stop watching him is because his success makes me feel very insecure about the size of my cock. Thank you all very much for watching this video. My name is Zayden Manley, and I am better than Mad Mike. I deserve all of his fame and attention, and his Patreon supporters, and his Discord. All of that. That should be mine. It should be mine. Fuck you, Mike.